Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, it's Pollard. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They'll pitch this out to Pollard. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This one taken from the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Block and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the first carry here for Philip Lindsay. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 24, Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, you just want to avoid...
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Fielded at the 20.
He did all the extra.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him with a short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
5 yards on the carry, good pickup on 1st down. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsay. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Philip Lindsay, his 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
It's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 57 yards. Into the red zone, it's locked. Complete. Smith has it.
Oh, yeah, he let me fucking Will Smith.
Vincent Smith, his 5th touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Dallas's point after is good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't they?
I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan
Great fucking throw,
Jones.
Jalen Hurts. Great fucking throw. Can't lead him.
48-yard line.
I'm about to lose this fucking game, though.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Dumping this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Locke going to throw. He's got his man. That's Wallace.
Where are y'all
and
fucking
he's going to have
doing,
another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 14.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Lock. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing his lock on third down. He's got Smith here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
There's a friend of mine used to say they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? And the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. It got his man complete. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. And nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando Ellis. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they're throwing it to him?
Yes, he caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. They'll set up to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
Mark 15, Mark 15. Watch the slant, watch the slant. 15.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 6 yards away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught inside the 5.
Fuck, Brian.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Throwing now is Locke. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running
down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 30.
Get him, Aaron.
And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points.
We're going to shut you down.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Yeah, now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Another run by Lindsey, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke. Going long here for Wallace. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Mike's 15. Mike's 15.
2nd and 2. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
2nd and 9 now. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure with the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw on 3rd down. Lock. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
He better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Going to run again here with Pollard. And now look at him go. The 40, the 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 79 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They'll go again with Lindsey. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself. You still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 51 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
And look at everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. On 3rd down, Lock. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Broncos send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This will be taken at the 10. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Milano. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. The Cowboys on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be third and forever. Back to throw. But he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Cowboys on third down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They look to throw. It's locked. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Watch 15. Watch 15. Mike 15.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Here's Locke. And he's across for the touchdown. Too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point from McManus is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
I got 15. We own it. We own it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Second and 10. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.